He's got Bruce score, they score. They tie the game up 2-2.
Some drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. This is Taya Hansen for three. Other side of the rim with a pretty reverse.
Wow.
5 seconds to go. Find Hawk. Hawk spins. It rolls off. And Arizona State wins it. Edwards pulls off and buries the puck.
Daniels takes the shot for Kirby.
And welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you guys know. See the show live here every day. And my IG, michael.caratinudo.5. Yes, you can go to Instagram, check it out too. And check it out there. Ooh. There we go. Let's try this again. Yes. Anyway, I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. See the show live here every day, 12 to 1. My IG, michael.caratino.5. And yes, Pitchfork Lunchers, you know this. You know this. Go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. And anything you missed, guess what? You can totally catch up on, because you've missed a lot. Interview-wise, getting to know coaches, players. Speaking of coaches and players, the women's volleyball team is in Brazil as yes, they are in Brazil playing right now. Which is very, very awesome. Again, to get to go on this trip, to get to go on this trip and own their volleyball skills in Brazil. I hope you again, you can see it live on the ASU Instagram, which is very, very cool. But yes, a lot to get to. Today, as I'm sure all of you know, a lot of good things going on at ASU, and on top of that, another huge win. Um, um, yeah, complete awesomeness. ASU, and then the academic progress rate, and they led the Pac-12 again, which is again absolutely awesome. Complete awesome sauce. Yeah, the academic progress rate, it's a 4-year it's a 4-year thing, but obviously it gets updated at the year or so. Obviously the first year would get, kicked off, and the list, and or the rankings, whatever you want to say. And with the APR and the Sun Devils able to um and they absolutely crushed it in this last 4-year period. I will get to that. Um, but yeah, absolutely love seeing that from the student athletes as they um um Yeah, Sun Devil Lacrosse. Like I said, Mina Scott and Zoe Mazur went to Maryland. And I mentioned it yesterday, and I mentioned it before the weekend, but then obviously they played, and Mina Scott ended up being the MVP. So absolute forks up to that. Um, um, so yeah, Mina Scott was the MVP, and again, the top seniors in the country invited out to this. So in Maryland, where the national team trains, so that was absolutely awesome. Um, um, but yeah, that is absolutely awesome. So congratulations to Mina Scott on in getting the MVP. Again, huge fan of that. Yeah, and so this is the third straight year that ASU was tops in the Pac-12 in the academic progress rate, um, average of 994 over a 4-year period from 2019, 2020 to 2022, 2023, as announced by the NCAA on Tuesday this morning. That number is the best in the Pac-12 for the third year in a row since the 2015-16 academic year. ASU has averaged a 990 plus for the academic progress rate for each multi-year APR cohort that has been released. And Andrea Lohr and her staff, Graham Rossini said Andrea Lohr, the new athletic director, but Andrea Lohr and her staff have done a great job of making us not only better, but the best. No, it's like I said, Graham Rossini, the energy, communication, and efficiency of the Office of Student Athlete Development is much appreciated by not only our department, but our student athletes, their families, and anyone that has invested in the programs. For the single year of 2022-2023 APR scores, 15 of the 23 sports at ASU earned perfect 1,000, including 10 of 13 women's teams. The Sun Devils also had impressive multi-year APR numbers with 9 teams earning a perfect score. It says many Sun Devil squads extend streaks and reach new milestones. Yes, absolutely awesome. Men's swimming and diving and men's cross country earned new all-time highs with a 1,000 multi-year APR. There are 6 teams who continued streaks of perfect multi-year scores. Men's golf, Coach Thurman forks up, currently has the longest streak with 10 in a row, followed by women's golf and gymnastics, both with 8 in a row. Men's tennis has 6 consecutive perfect multi-year scores. Beach volleyball right behind them with 5. And softball is building their streak, this being their 4th time in a row with a perfect score. Yes, forks up to them. And Andrea Lohr said this year has been a remarkable period. has been a remarkable period of academic achievement for our student athletes. She is Associate AD for Academics and Student Development. Not only did our students achieve their best APR score in the Pac-12, they also attained an all-time high 93% graduation success rate. And 85% of student athletes finished the spring semester with a 3.0 or higher GPA. These impressive outcomes reflect the commitment to excellence, as we know, and speak to the comprehensive support provided by the Office of Student Athlete Development, Sun Devil Athletics, and ASU faculty and staff. In the changing landscape of college athletics, we remain committed to fostering an environment where our student athletes can excel in the classroom, sports, and life. Within the Pac-12, 11 teams were in 11 teams were in first place for their APR multi-year averages. Men's cross country, men's golf, men's swimming and diving, men's tennis, wrestling, women's golf, gymnastics, lacrosse, softball, beach volleyball, and volleyball. Again, who's in Brazil right now. 10 Sun Devil teams, men's basketball, men's cross country, men's golf, men's swimming and diving, men's tennis, softball, women's golf, gymnastics, beach volleyball, and volleyball earned a place in the top 10%, as announced last week, all recording perfect 1,000s. That's what I'm talking about. So again, just absolutely awesome. And again, just so you know, APR, since the APR measurement was implemented in 2023, ASU's average for all sports has increased from its first multi-year score of 937 to its current mark of 994. And just so you know, real quick, APR tracks the academic progress of each student athlete, including eligibility, retention, and graduation in the calculation, and provides a clear picture of the current academic culture for each sport, as well as department-wide. In 2014, the NCAA Board of Directors implemented a cut score of 930, below which teams will be penalized with loss of postseason competition. The national multi-year APR score for NCAA Division I programs is 984. The full NCAA release can be found, well, here. But anyway, so yeah, that's what the APR does. So obviously, you know, eligibility, retention, and graduation. And ASU, again, a 994. So we absolutely love that. By the way, yesterday, after it got off the air, granted, I know he wasn't a Sun Devil, but he played with the Sun Devil. Larry Allen, former just all everything lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, talking about him over the summer, actually at the National Scouting Combine, passed away suddenly. He was on vacation with his family in Mexico. And 52 years old. And I mean, absolutely sad. I mean, you guys know, obviously I love Darren Woodson, you know, him being a Sun Devil, but then obviously being a Cowboy. A lot of you know, yes, I'm a Cowboys fan, but grew up with it. But Larry Allen, yeah, passed away at 52. And man, it's just a guy that was, I mean, you say a gentle giant, a teddy bear. I remember, I mean, sharing this at the National Scouting Combine, but the video back when it happened, when Larry Allen benched 700 pounds, and you have obviously one guy behind him spotting him, but then two guys on the end, and he literally took the 700 pounds and just whoom. And but yeah, what that man accomplished as a Cowboy, and Darren Woodson, as only Woody could put it, said hands down and in quotes, the baddest MFer on the planet. And it said West Side. And I mean, Larry Allen, as a guard, just destroyed people. Um, 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 I was from Napa, California, was Larry Allen. So I was trying to find. Sorry, but I mean, just again, a hell of a career. I mean, out of Sonoma State. Um, he was a 6-time first team All Pro. Obviously, Super Bowl 30 champion. And he was a 7-time All Pro, 6-time first team, 1-time second team All Pro, and yeah, 11-time Pro Bowler, All Rookie team, All 90s Decade team, All 2000 All Decade team from the 2000s NFL 100th Anniversary All Time team, and in the Cowboys Ring of Honor. Played 203 games, started 197. But and then finished up was last year again, guys. And again, at that level, you're a competitor, you can do it, you're dominant, but I was with the Niners for 1 year, 94 to 05 with the Cowboys, and 06, 07 with San Francisco. But yeah, I mean, just sad to hear the news of Larry Allen passing. But yeah, I saw Woody's quote, or tweet, I should say, yesterday. And um, um, So, yes, I mean, teammate, obviously, of Darren Woodson's, but sad to see he's on vacation with his family. And just from everything, I know you've probably seen or saw, but man, that's just, again, just a lot of people said a gentle giant. And I mean, the man benched 700 pounds. You can check out the video. If you go Google Larry Allen bench press, you can find you can find the video. I mean, it's just insane. What he was able to, just the mammoth of a man he was, and how quick he could move to at his size. So, but we were talking recruiting yesterday, right? You guys remember that little, obviously football recruiting going with that. I want to get to that real quick too. And Jake Lemming from Prep Zone in Nashville, Tennessee, obviously big up on the high school recruiting. But just in the last half hour, he said, keep an eye on Arizona State's 2025 class. Kenny Dillingham and his staff are quietly putting together a top 25 class. And he said they are still in contention. There are still a few names out there that the Sun Devils are in contention for. And I touched on a little bit yesterday. You guys heard me talking about, I mean, it's what they've brought in so far. I mean, even receiver wise. So that part is, again, absolutely awesome. But yeah, Kenny Dillingham, again, like I said, putting that together, and the staff, obviously, and the staff. But yeah, I'm stoked to, and what Bobby Hurley's doing, did in basketball again, and I'm efforting to get Chris Cartman on, aiming for tomorrow, which would be awesome, and to talk about this. But we'll see. Again, as you all know, he's a publisher of Sun Devil Source for 24/7 Sports. A man, again, very knowledgeable when we were talking hoops and just like the AI. The analytics part, but like going to like AI with like just percentages of guys shooting and all that awesome, crazy, insane stuff. But yeah, I mean, what Coach Dillingham's doing in recruiting again, and even, Bobby Hurley going into the Big 12. And yeah, I mean, obviously schools within Texas, and not that they haven't recruited Texas before. There's been quite a few players from Texas. Now, that being said, the pipeline, the hashtag, Texas, Tempe Texans, and got to give that to Mr. Fight, as again, may have not been the first setup, but he definitely started the trend. And but yeah, I mean, and I mean, they even ASU hoops wise, Bobby Hurley flipped a guy that was looks like he may have been headed to Arizona. So we never ever mind that. So, but yes, we'll dive into it a little bit more on the other side. I'm going to take a quick break, and we will have more Pitchfork Lunch coming up. Don't go too far. And welcome back again, treating you to more footage that I've got. I think you get the theme from the last few days. Just again, games throughout the sports season, whether it be football, as you saw there, obviously basketball, baseball, volleyball, lacrosse, softball, all that good stuff. Tis all there. So yeah. By the way, 11 Sun Devils getting set to compete the NCAA Outdoor Championships in track and field. I know I had mentioned it. And it gets started tomorrow, June 5th through 8th, in Eugene. So up in an area where, again, a conference foe a conference foe, as you would know. They'll be up at Hayward Field, like I said, in Eugene. The Sun Devils, led by Adriana Tatum in the 100 and 200 meters, have had 11 reach the national championships for the fourth consecutive season. Freshman Alexandria Johnson, Jaden Davis, and Syra Prince are among the 7 first-year Sun Devils who will compete in Eugene. And events that they're competing in, like I said, Adriana Tatum in the 100, her qualifying time was 11.01, which is, I guess, eighth best in the country. Yeah, I'm guessing eighth best nationally. In the 200, she sixth best time nationally at 22:36. Brandon Lloyd in the shot put, 19.26 meters. It's 13th. But yeah, Brandon Lloyd, and the shot put, which is 63 feet 2 inches, by the way, for Brandon Lloyd. So the 19.26 meters is 63 feet. Justin Robinson in the 400 with a qualifying time of 45.2, which is 7th in the nation. Dayton Carlson in the 800, 147.66, which is insane. It's 20th in the country, but a 147 for the 800. Like, yeah, I mean, you pretty much turn a half mile into a sprint. Yeah. And then we have Inez Lopez in the discus, 57.43 meters, which translate to what, Sun Devils? I know it's been a long time, so I did it too, but 188 feet, 5 inches. So, yeah. And that's the 11th best throw in the country this year. And then Syra Prince again. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean again. I mentioned her name before. But in the 400 hurdles with the time of 57.42, which is 23rd in the country. Then the men's 4x400 relay team of Jaden Davis, Caleb Simmons, Nicholas Ramey, and Gamali Felix with a 3:02.42, which is 10th in the country. For their qualifying time, 3:02.42, 10th in the country. So Wednesday, June 5th, you can see Justin Robertson. By the way, tomorrow, yes, and I'll remind you again tomorrow at 6 p.m., you can see him running the 400-meter semifinal at 6 o'clock, and it's all Arizona time. So, and then Dayton Carlson in the 800 meters, approximately 6:14 Arizona time. Braden Lloyd in the shot put final at 6:40 local time again. And then Davis, Simpson, Ramey, and Felix in the 4x400 relay semifinal at 7:48 p.m. Then on Thursday, again, and I'll remind you tomorrow, June 6th, Adriana Tatum is in the 100-meter semifinal at 6:46 p.m. And then Alexandria Johnson in the long jump final at 7 p.m. And then Syra Prince in the 400 hurdles at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. And then Adriana Tatum in the 200 hurdles. I think they meant to put the 200-meter semifinals. There are no 200 hurdles. At 7:44 p.m. And then I'll get to Friday and Saturday. And by the way, I skipped Alexandria Johnson. I mentioned her in her time, but she in the long jump, she's got the 13th best jump in the country, 6.52 meters, which is 21 feet. 21 feet, just about 5 inches. So yeah. So that is also yes, they have all that coming up and the next few days. So that again for track, closing it out in Eugene, and again, very, very stoked for. Again, they've had quite a bit of success, and that part is again absolutely awesome. But yeah, I mean, you look at again track and field, and again, that's to have 11 go again to the national tournament, yeah, or national championships, I should say. Not, I mean, you say it's tournament, but the national championships, as we know. By the way, got to give a big shout out as we're going around news and notes. A big shout out to Sun Devil women's golfer Ashley Menny, who is the WGCA named her an All-American. The senior who has received honorable mention All-American distinction from the Women's Golf Coaches Association. Following this season, she was one of only 26 female collegiate golfers at the Division I level to earn this prestigious honor. This is her third time earning honorable mention recognition, previously being awarded a spot on the team following the 21 and 22 seasons. Yeah, and Missy Farquet obviously was very thrilled that Ashley received All-American honors for the fourth year in a row. It really is an amazing accomplishment. Ashley is an integral part of our team and continued to step up as a leader, becoming a four-time All-American, puts her in exclusive company. Of course, it's one of the best in program history. I'm excited to see what Ashley has in store as she begins her professional career. And All-Americans under Missy Farquet, there's been 16. In 2016, Linnea Strom with her first. Monica Vaughn had her second that year. And then Monica Vaughn was a first-team All-American. Monica Vaughn was second-team All-American. Then in 2017, Monica Vaughn was first. Linnea Strom was also first. And Olivia Mahaffey was an honorable mention. Then in 2018, Olivia Mahaffey was second-team All-American. She also was in 2019 a second-team All-American. And then in 2020, Lynn Grant was a first-team All-American. Alessandra Finale was a third-team All-American. And then Olivia Mahaffey was an honorable mention in 2020. And then in 2021, Lynn Grant, again, a first-team All-American. Ashley Menny, an honorable mention. 2022, Alexandra Fosterling, again, who just had another win. I talked about that on the tour. But anyway, she was a first-team All-American in 2022, and then Menny, again, an honorable mention. And then in 2023, last year, Menny was a second-team All-American, and this year, an honorable mention. So again, all 4 years hitting the All-American list, like Missy Farquet said. So yeah, just a phenomenal accomplishment. And you do it again in women's golf in this conference for this team in this conference. Yeah. Does not suck at all. And then Manny said the season, has just been a great experience overall. I couldn't have asked for a better team to go through this year with. Being a four-time All-American is such an honor. My golf has come a long way since coming to Arizona State, and I'm excited for the future. So, yeah, I'm very excited for her as well, too, again, because – yes, it gets tougher, as we know in everything. But guess what? Guess what, kids? It is a very awesome accomplishment, and of course, very, very tough to do. So, track and field has that going. Again, aiming for, I guess, tomorrow. We'll see what we can muster up. But yes, that is going to do it again. Forks up again. Third straight year, tops of the Pac-12 for academic progress rate. Yeah, very, very stoked. Very, very, very stoked. Sun Devils getting it done, obviously, in the classroom and on the field. And the court and the water. So a 994. And again, just absolutely awesome. Tops in the Pac-12. Again, Sun Devils just getting it done. Innovation, everything. That's what they do. And as an alum, that's what I'm proud to say. That's what we do. So nonetheless, but yeah, that is going to be it. Going to take you out, obviously, with again, some of the stuff I showed you, just, around the athletic season up to this point. And yeah, we shall go from there. But again, so I'll be back at it tomorrow again at Diablo00 on XR, formerly known as Twitter. Hit me up, questions, thoughts, anything that you have, something I may have missed. And again, with all my notes, and I know sometimes I pause long, but like going through notes, going through everything for the show, Anything I missed, anything you want to talk about, hit me up at Diablo00, like I said, on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. See the show live here every day. My IG, michael.carrotenudo.5. Yes, you can go to Instagram, hang out there as well. And it shall be a party. Yeah, and the YouTube channel, guys, if you haven't seen it, subscribe. If you haven't seen it, yes, go see it. Go to YouTube, but subscribe to the channel. Get it out there to Sun Devil, faithful and friends and everything, because like I tell you every day, you've missed awesome coaches, a phenomenal alum, legendary alum, voices, players, everything, stuff from practice. So you can get caught up to speed, binge watch again as I wind down this first season of Pitchfork Lunch. But go to YouTube, and then you can go to my channel. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Cat 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Again, share it, binge watch, anything. Check out the interviews you've missed, all that good stuff. You can do it. You can do it here. And again, that's all that really that's what, you can get caught up. And then as we go into the fall, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm telling you, it'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, have a phenomenal rest of your Taco Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow here on Pitchfork Lunch. But you know it. Obviously, it's a Sun Devil state. Remind those people down south about it. And as always, forks up.
Has been nails today. Neil with the serve. Would have been handled. Mine is a bear.
Lead.
carries three. He's good.
Johnny Walker matching up against control. His shot. Through score. They score. They tie the game up 2-2.
Some drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. This is Taya Hansen for three. Other side of the rim with a pretty reverse. Wow. 5 seconds to go. Find Hawk. Hawk spins. It rolls off. And Arizona State wins it. Edward pulls off and buries the puck.
Daniels takes the shot